Hello and welcome to the Space Between Ideas. I'm Blank Gates. So as you know from my live video yesterday, we are getting deeper and deeper into this concept that we call insight. Specifically the section of Tom's book where he talks about number one, describe an endeavor of interest to people. Number two, determine regarding the endeavor aspects to analyze or perform. Now, in yesterday's live video, I used a chalkboard and basically I took that down. So step one is select an endeavor. Now, in an earlier video, I went through that whole concept of what does that mean exactly to select an endeavor? And I talk about how we start at the C level, specifically synergies, and how we talk about we're either going to be talking about sales and marketing, we're going to be talking about R&D, we're going to be talking about getting new customers, we're going to be talking about working with colleagues, onboarding, we're going to be talking about vendors, providers, so trying to find some aspect of what's going on at work. And then with one of my students from Italy, we created we took the processes or projects from Tom's book to specifically identify a bunch of different things that, what could be a variety of endeavors, and then we matched them with the steps of running a project. For example, when you initiate a project, here are some of the things that you could focus on as an endeavor. And when you're planning your project, here are some things that you can focus on as an endeavor. So, the whole thing is, you got to start by selecting an endeavor. After you select endeavor, yesterday in the live video, then I figured out that step two is, okay, so determine aspects to analyze. These are questions, issues, problems, opportunities, activities within the endeavor. That's directly from the book. That fits within Tom's larger context of creating effects, forming agendas, and shaping potential. And that fits in the forming agendas section. So in the forming agendas section, that's when you're going to be making assumptions and building some scenarios. Now, when we talk about aspects to analyze, you're going to be analyzing things as you make the assumptions and as you build scenarios. There's also a place here where you're creating a plan. Eventually, step three, you're going to determine aspects to perform. So the aspects to perform is going to be as you create that action plan. So actually that should be up here in choose plans. And then as you take action, you perform these activities. So step three is activities within the endeavor that you're going to perform. So to achieve those results, and then the results are here. That's the basic idea of what's going on here. So it's real simple, right? So we're just talking about setting a goal and then analyze the situation and take action. So for example, if you want to improve your English, you have to decide what aspects of your English you want to improve, and then you have to create an action plan. So this is the Italian student. He had a job interview and he wasn't happy with his English. So then I tried to create a table. All right. So on the left we put elements of my English that I want to improve. On the right, actions I need to take to make those improvements. Now I used the same. I wanted to test that table. All right. So what happened was I took this from the book, and then we were able to create a table based on these concepts. And then I tested it again on a second person who also happens to be looking for a job in fintech. So first we started with aspects of the endeavor to analyze. For example, questions. So what kind of problems do people have? What kind of systems? We're talking about apps, for banking apps. What are some issues? What are some problems? What are some opportunities? All right, and then aspects of the endeavor to perform. So activities within the endeavor. So we need some customer discovery. We need to figure out what systems people are using. We need to figure out where people are losing time. So it seems like it's just about that simple. It's just on the left we have aspects of the endeavor to analyze, and on the right we have, so that's here, aspects of the endeavor to analyze, and then on the right we have aspects of the endeavor to perform. And then from here, with this particular student, then we jumped right back into the state assumptions checklist.